Shanghai supports, and that's another one right there. Resurrecting your Zenyatta who just died 5 feet out of spawn. Just let him respawn. That means that you have a resurrection for the next fight. Now they finally get some momentum. Manadin goes down early in this fight. Second resurrection comes up, brings up Undead, and it looks like Shanghai's finally getting a footing to push.
Yep, and I'm liking this exactly. MG just sticking on top of Logix, mitigating his tactical visor as well, and so the Valkyrie was still there for altering. It lasted a lot longer than it needed to because, of course, that's what Logix is waiting for. That's what he wants to use his tac visor for. Shut down as quickly as possible, because as soon as that visor is out, and here it is, pumping away, it's getting canceled out completely by Zushu. Great job by the Winston for Shanghai.
They have made some changes on this tank line, and he got the opponent's Mercy, and their Mercy's still alive, and that means 2 more people are going to come back up. Undead, fitting to his name, resurrected. Zushu is still in the Shanghai, is poised to get an extension on this clock and take first point.
Can Tvik keep buying time, though? The rotation is coming in from his teammates, but it looks like they don't... No! Zebasai launches himself in, and they're still trying to delay this payload. They're not out of the woods yet, Shanghai. They need to burn it down to the ground, and Undead trying to do just that, but he eventually gets clipped.
Sebo does take him down at the blaster, and that was an ambitious Valkyrie to say the least, and it is not gonna work out. This is so good for Shanghai, because not only are they gonna get first point, they're holding on to their Valk while the other Valk is going on.
Whoa, Logix. That's a bit of a spicy one. Will get the support from his Mercy just in the nick of time to stay alive, and this time around, you're not getting away, Zushu. He hunts him down in the end. Gonna put him on his mantle or in the reading room. And this is definitely looking good here for Florida. They've done a fantastic job of stalling things out before they can get to the second point. Shanghai trying to keep in this fight, altering with the Valkyrie, is able to bring a teammate back to life, but it's not going to be for long. There are just too many people here for Florida, and it's a successful first half for the Mayhem.
That is where the cart will stop.
And there we go, finally. Shanghai will decide to take the drop. A little bit of pressure put into the background here, and eventually they will find the kills. Manatee just reigning supreme, takes down Zushu and gets the D-Mech on MG as well. The defense already clumbering.
Well, knowing that he will not be flanked by a Tracer, they need to get the rest of this team in here. A self-destruct is going to zone out on this cart. Everyone's got to duck for cover. Undead finds Zupe, but where is the pressure on the cart? They get first points, and no contest comes out from Shanghai.
So quick, they're going to have so much
spot now is Shanghai's. Florida continues to push.
Yeah, pressuring the high ground. This is exactly what they need to do. And it looks like Tvik, exactly. The team play between the two of them. Tvik flushes Diya out into the open, and Logix does not miss the shot. Pressure is really on here for Shanghai now, and that's a great self-destruct. Will pick up the kill on Logix. He was low already, but Zebasai and Zupe are still alive.
Able to bring that back with some very good tank play, and that means that Diya is going to be untested here as Logix out of the mix, but a self-destruct in turn from Manatee. They are bringing this back, not on the retreat just yet. Florida still pushing.
Still alive in this. Diya will try and stall it out just a little bit longer on that Widow. Not the best hero to go close quarters with, though. And Freefail finally decides to use the Transcendence. Once again, just trying to contest, wait for his teammates to resurrect and get back into this fight. But he's not long for this world, and it's looking grim for the Dragons. Already, Florida's trying to put the pressure on him.
Tvik's gonna try to get out of there. The pulse bomb does not find Pater, but altering goes down in this fight after he popped Valkyrie. That is a disaster for Shanghai. Florida will get the resurrections should they so need it.
And in the meantime, Zupe just flying high on those wings, rezzing people left and right. And we won't see, I don't even know why, but yeah, whatever, let's get into it, because already Manatee, again, big kill with the self-destruct there, taking down Freefield. There is a presence on the point, it's MG, but her mech is already half dead. And so now it is the duel between Logix and Diya. Tvik has been caught by Zushu, but still, Florida Mayhem remain. And they still have the Transcendence as well here from the Zenyatta to try and delay things further if they wanted to, although no, I think he's actually having to run back from spawn, so never mind.
Well, this substitution has worked out great for them. Zushu carrying this team on his back with 3 quick kills on the Winston, cleaning up everything on the point, and off of that great scientist. That is a late Transcend that comes in trying to keep the tanks alive as they both went in. MG will go down because he took a 1v6 in there. He will be the first to fall. And that means the fight's essentially over, but they will start rezzing people back to life. Both now up 6v6.
6v6, and we get a rinse and repeat. Undead has connected with Swoosh, though. Those missiles, the rockets actually doing the damage. Tvik's still alive, though, and he is perfectly capable of doing tremendous damage himself. Although there it is, the barrage, and Tvik, no way for him to cancel it, but somehow he survives.
He survives because Zupe came out of spawn, and he's got his Valkyrie up. Everyone's going to get that chain healing. A later Valkyrie used by the Florida Mayhem means that they will hold on this defense. Advantage here if Florida's able to stall out at all. Zupe will have his Valkyrie. It does come online right now.
What is this tire? Really got the mileage on that one, Vic. And well, Swoosh just punching people in the face. That's what he loves to do. And it is looking like it's kind of petering out here for Shanghai Dragons. They have got 15 seconds left on this clock to make a play, and Swoosh not gonna let them get out in one piece either.
So there's 3 things we know about Swoosh. He likes to dance, he likes beef teriyaki, and he likes punching people in the face.
All of those key, perfectly acceptable. I'm fine with that.
I like to hang out with him. It sounds fun. At least the first 2.
There we have it. Within that circle, they should be fine. It's about the sight lines, and somehow Twick still finds a kill on Diya, who has not had a great first point here. Unfortunately for him, that pulse bomb will go unused, and this might be it for Florida. The self-destruct to buy a bit more time here, and Logix will dodge it using the recall, and even cancels out MG. Super solid stuff coming in here from Florida.
Roll with it. Doomfist is very popular in the Chinese meta.
And well, he had a chance. You can see what he was thinking there as well, because he was lined up with the Junkrat coming through on Tavik. MG finds the kill on Tavik though with the syrup, but it's not gonna be it. A little bit too late there.
In right now. However, first real control going over to Mayhem early. Undead will fall. Logix takes 2 down quickly. Manitin will clean up the scraps. And it seems like first control of Ilios Ruins will go over to the Florida Mayhem.
Out of harm's way, no problem, and he is on the hunt. He's spotted Diya, already seen that he's trying to make his way around to the point. Zebasai in the meantime will be rezzing Manitin, and Diya wins the duel versus Logix, but thanks to the Valkyrie, Florida Mayhem still able to get their resurrects.
They forced out the Valkyrie, it brought up 2, and now they have their own Valkyrie bringing up their fallen heroes as well. Zushu and Diya now back in the mix. Shanghai with a small advantage right now. That's a bigger advantage, but the pulse bomb will mitigate most of that. Doing better ult economy, but unable to secure the kills during that time frame. They lose 2 quickly in this beginning fight, and it seems like Florida's still gonna hold on to control, and Shanghai might just drop this first stage.
There's a chance, exactly. If you feel had to drop onto the point to try and buy a little bit of time, you have to contend, but the overtime wick is a burning, and it is running out. Be sure to tap it, and there it is, the reset. Zushu dropping back, and it looks like
ultimate timings.
The attempt, and there it is, success! Zupe blown to bits to spare parts, and already Manitin gonna get clipped out of the sky as well. Diya having an impact, looking for the follow-up kill on Zupe. Zupe not having a good time when Tracer's riding him like this.
We mentioned by Zebo's side, so Altering will end up popping his later. This is a good ultimate situation for the Shanghai Dragons. It's time to pop their own Valk to bring Undead back to life. They need to bring MG back as well.
And in the meantime, where is Diya? What is going on? He will be able to get onto the point and challenge, but he has not been able to stop his teammates from getting picked off by the enemy Widowmaker. He is still alive and trying to build that ult charge, but it is taking so long, and thanks to the Valk, thanks to the heals really coming in from Zebasai, he is not able to get a kill. It will be Tavik on cleanup duty, showing that he's quite capable on Tracer as well. And this might be the turning point. The point caps for Florida Mayhem, and the overtime wick is done. First round.
Losing Diya hurts them a lot. It means there's only one angle of attack, and it lets Logix just sit back and keep popping through those doorways. It's gone over now. Control in Florida Mayhem. They will clean up the rest of it. Logix. That's why you run a McCree to completely shut down the opponent's Tracer. That's a nice early pick. That is going to get resurrected, but that means they want a resurrection up. Logix creeps around the corner and takes down Diya.
And he's still doing tremendous damage. There is the Deadeye altering. He's gone. You pointed it out earlier, Transcendence. It is a powerful heal, but it will not deal with the brute force of the Deadeye. Too much cap for themselves.
This is a fight they need to win. They got every pick they were looking for to start that one off. The self-destruct will come out on the side just to get a new mech for Manitin. Diya does punish Zupe. They're getting a little bit of kills back and forth, but Zebo has earned another Valkyrie in this fight. Altering still 20% away. They need to stall it out enough for him to get back into this point.
MG not going to be long for this world. Unfortunately for him, he gets snuffed, and the point just ticks right back over for Florida Mayhem. The wick is burning. They're at 99%, and Florida Mayhem will be winning this series 3-0.
Opens it up and takes down Logix. That is the opening kill they need.
And already, Florida Mayhem, their tanks just trying to create some space here, trying to take attention away from the res that was trying to happen, but not going to be the case, and they will not make it happen. And Undead right now just going off.
This is the Undead that I know and love. He has a god-tier McCree. Now in a good position on their defense. A creeping Tracer up top with Pulse Bomb is Tvik.
And he's looking for it. Tvik doesn't even need the Pulse Bomb to find the kill on free field. That's a solid start for him. Undead there with the zoning Deadeye though. Just hoping somebody's gonna peek out. And no, what? Doesn't even get the D-Mech. Thought for a second there that he would be ruining Manatin's day at least.
They had to use their Valkyrie, bring 2 back to life. A counter Valkyrie from Zebo's side will bring Zupe back and Swoosh. So now it is even. See what this barrage can get done. Not enough. Diya will get 2 there, but Florida still pretty healthy.
But the key is that Zebasai survives, and so the healing to this with the support ults, that Transcendence coming through, it's opening up, well, the opportunity here for Logix to find the kill on Diya. Free field with the D-Mac though, and MG hoping to do the same. Not gonna find any frags, however.
5King will get his Valkyrie and immediately pop it, even though 3 are down. The best he can do is bring 2 back to life. He does resurrect Roshan into the mix. A counter resurrection, a counter Valkyrie on the other side of things. Later Valks are generally better. Shanghai still trying to bring this back. It is a brawl down there.
Nice peel from Diya though with the Pulse Bomb on Swoosh. Just keeping Undead alive, and then, oh, there it is, a flashbang to stagger Manitin. And yet still, Florida Mayhem persevere. They are in this fight despite Undead's best efforts. Eventually, Undead gets picked off by Logix, and Florida Mayhem emerged victorious in that skirmish. Wants to try and make happen, but doesn't look like it quite yet. Diya presses forward, and he gets the kill. Zebasai is out of the fight. Diya with a big play, and the follow-up. That's what we need here for Shanghai to get this W. Okay, then. Undead is now showing up to the party as well. Florida wiped off the map.
Absolutely huge. There was almost a turning point.
Managed to use his Valk, but 5King has as well. This is it. Undead, the opportunity, and he gets the key kill. Logix is out of the fight, but he immediately gets res. The only issue here, Logix has already used his tactical visor. There is no ult.
Zebo was able to duck behind Logix to stay out of that fray. Meanwhile, 5King has res Roshan onto the point. They need to get a little more kills. A D-Mac and a deletion from MG onto his counterpart as MG continues to push. They are only meters away from completing the map.
This is the real chance. We're going to have any kind of changes coming in here from Florida, trying to stall things out further. You have Tvik dancing on the point. Need to get in there to tap it, though. Tvik, you have to stay alive. You have to keep challenging, because right now Shanghai are the ones getting the kills. But with that spawn so close, it's allowing for Florida to keep the pressure on.
They don't have Valkyrie. They're getting close to it right now. They are at 72%. A non-Valkyrie resurrection on Undead, who is the gatekeeper here. They're so close to finishing this map. It is just Swoosh. Just kill Swoosh. Oh no!
But just in the nick of time, 5King picks up his Valk. He gets his teammates back into the fight. At least Roshan will be here. You need that kind of player to do the work. Undead as well, staying alive with the Peacekeeper. He's saying hush, and Florida Mayhem, they may be folding. This is a chance here for Shanghai to get this win.
Self-destruct is coming out. Undead finds himself in that destruct. That might just be the bomb they needed to hold this final point. 0.21 meters away. So close, yet so far away.
And the wick, it burns over, and it will be Florida. Already close to picking up a tick on this map. Can they get the contest in? No, Florida actually giving it up. Get back on the point, Florida.
Undead takes Zupe down, but there's an instant resurrection, so he is brought back to life. Florida is still just trying to get kills, not necessarily pressuring the point. Now they will touch their toes into the water.
Yeah, they need to stay on it. 2 ticks gained. Undead finally wins the duel versus Tvik. And that is solid. Logix looking for an angle to try and find a shot. What a shot! The flick and the kill. And he's looking for the follow-up as well. If he can start landing some damage here on the back line, this could be big. Diya right on the edge. And Logix not quite able to connect.
Someone's got to stay on the point, though. Even while you're pressuring out this Widow, it's great that you're making all this space, but meanwhile, there is still a tank going on the point as Swoosh picks up several kills on his own.
Logix able to get around the corner, and MG this time will not get anything out of his ultimate apart from a new mech, and that wasn't for long either. Now it's Logix's turn, and he drops him. MG is out. And Roshan as well.
Dueling Valkyries, but it is so far Florida getting the better of it. 5King, though, saves his reses for later. Now they have some people up and alive. Logix being pressured by Winston in the back line. A nice couple taps there. Logix continues to clean up.
You can really see that Logix is starting to come into his own. No pressure on his pack. He's just hitting shot after shot, just straight styling right now. And there it is. Logix, hello. Goodbye. And they are on the edge.
We questioned his poise. Is there a better demonstration of...
Seems to be a bit of a theme here for Shanghai Dragons. Now it's about outlasting it. Undead is gone, but 5King has got his Valk. Still 5 King. There it is. The res on MG. Get that high value target back up into the fight. But no, Zupe is there to get the kill. So the res was for nothing.
He uses self-destruct to try to res it back. That is not it. There's the finish from Logix as it takes him too, but it's just fine. Diya now out of this fight. Swoosh opening things up in the back line, and they continue to push 60 meters there, and there's no one out here to contest. Get on the carts.
Oh, just in the nick of time, Diya is there to save it. That gives MG a chance to get into the fight. Roshan as well. He's got the primal rage. Point blank fan the hammer though. Logix pouring on the damage. Roshan's in a bit of a tight spot. And here's the Deadeye. 2 kills for Logix. This is where it gets out of control. 5 King. He will get the res on Undead, trying to keep him in the fight. And yet there's the self-destruct. MG just crouching, but that's going to open. What? Tvik gets caught by MG. Still, it is going to be Florida Mayhem. In the end, picking up the 3rd point and a 4-0 victory over Shanghai.
We talked so much about Shanghai having to win this. Let's take a look at the boys.